college counselor and I've spent 17 plus years helping students get into university. And I'm about to tell you something that might sound a bit strange coming from me. The degree is not the plan. Grades, university, degree, job security, that formula sounds reassuring. But the world that you're about to graduate into may not actually work that way anymore. So today, I want to ask a different question, not which major is safe, not which university is ranked the highest. I want to ask what skills will actually still matter in 10 years, no matter what happens to the job market. So I've got 10. Let's get into it and make sure you stay all the way through to number 10. You don't want to miss it. Quick context. I've worked in college admissions since 2008, inside international schools around the world since 2013, with students from over 100 different nationalities. My whole approach is about helping you become the best possible version of yourself before you ever click submit on anything, an application, a career decision, a life plan. So here's the shift I want you to understand. A lot of technical skills are about to get cheaper and easier because AI can certainly do them. The premium is moving towards people who can actually think, adapt, decide, communicate, and build trust, and who can function independently in uncertainty. And that's what this list is actually about. And it's generally not the list most people expect from a college counselor. So, number one, AI literacy. Not I know how to use ChatGPT, real AI literacy. This means knowing how to use AI as a genuine thinking partner, not just as a shortcut, knowing how to give it good context, knowing how to fact check what it actually gives you back because it will constantly tell you things that are wrong, and knowing what it actually is bad at and knowing when not to use it. Here's the real advantage though. It's I know how to combine AI with my own expertise. AI without judgment is dangerous. Judgment without AI is slower. You want both. So start now, automate a piece of your own schoolwork or small project and notice exactly where it breaks down. That's where your judgment becomes the valuable part. Number two, critical thinking and information literacy. We're heading into a world where it's genuinely hard to know, is this image even real? Is this video even real? Is this static person being presented being honest? Is this actually AI generated? The skills here is a process. Question, investigate, triangulate, evaluate, decide. Don't just believe the first confident voice you hear. Ask who benefits from you believing it and check more than one source before you accept something as fact. Media literacy isn't optional anymore. It's basically self defense. Number three, and I honestly rank this higher than most people do, financial literacy. You need to understand investing, compound growth, index funds, inflation, interest rates, taxes, debt, emergency funds, and how to actually evaluate financial advice instead of just trusting whoever sounds confident. Here's the distinction that matters. Earning money is still one skill. Keeping it, protecting it, growing it, that's a completely separate skill. A degree can help you earn it. It doesn't automatically teach you what to do with what you earn. Almost none of this is taught in school in any real depth, which means nobody's handing you. You have to get it yourself, starting now, not at 25, not when you finally have a paycheck. Number four, communication. And I think this becomes more valuable as AI gets better at producing information, not less. So write clearly, speak with confidence, tell a story people actually remember, explain something complicated simply. Listen, and I really mean actually listen, not just wait for it to be your turn to talk. Here's why this matters even in a world of AI. AI can write you a beautiful email. It cannot replace being someone people trust, they respect, and genuinely want to work with. That's still entirely human, and it's still entirely learnable. Through practice, not talent, you either have it or you don't. Number five, emotional intelligence and psychological resilience. The next 10 years probably aren't going to feel calmer. Technological disruption, economic uncertainty, information overload, that's likely the baseline now, not the exception. So you want the ability to regulate your emotions, recover from failure, handle rejection, set boundaries, recognize manipulation, and take decent decisions while stressed instead of falling apart. I'd genuinely call emotional regulation a career skill at this point, not a soft skill. A core one, right alongside anything technical. Number six, cybersecurity and digital defense. This is becoming a basic life literacy, not a niche tech skill. password managers, multi factor authentication, recognizing phishing and social engineering, understanding deepfakes and AI impersonation scams. Think about this scenario. Someone calls you using an AI generated voice that sounds exactly like a parent, saying they're in trouble, they need money sent immediately. That's not science fiction. That's actually already happening now. And your ability to pause, hang up, verify reality through a second channel before you react could genuinely save you thousands of dollars or worse. Number seven, physical health and basic self sufficiency. This one sounds less glamorous, but it's huge. Know how to cook nutritious food, know how to move your body properly, basic nutrition and sleep, know basic first aid, know when something actually needs a professional instead of guessing. And I'd add basic emergency preparedness, not because I think everything's falling apart, but because a competent person should be able to function when something temporarily goes wrong. A power outage, a travel disruption, a minor injury, a communication failure. Something shouldn't be able to derail you completely, and knowing you can handle them is its own kind of confidence. Number eight, negotiation. And this one is seriously underrated. Knowing how to negotiate a salary, a contract, a rent price, a deal, this compounds into real money over an entire lifetime. Sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars by the time you add it all up. And even if you're not in sales, you're constantly selling something, your ideas, your proposals, yourself, in every interview and every meeting. Understanding human motivation and how to advocate for your own value isn't optional. And if you want to end up with what you're actually worth instead of what you were quietly offered. Number nine, and this might be the meta skill underneath everything else, is adaptability. Learning how to learn. Don't just build your identity around I'm a blank. Build it around I can learn how to become a blank. Because some jobs that exist right now will look completely different in 10 years, and a few won't even exist at all in this current form. The people who genuinely thrive are the ones who can keep saying, okay, things change. What do I want to learn now? Instead of panicking or getting stuck, defending the way things used to work. And number 10, relationships and real networking. Not collecting connections, actually building and maintaining genuine relationships with mentors, teachers, colleagues, and communities over the years. Your network becomes an economic asset. Opportunities don't only come through applications and job postings, they come through people who know you, they trust you, and think of you when something comes up. That doesn't happen by accident, and it doesn't happen by collecting connections on LinkedIn. It happens because you actually showed up for people consistently over the years. So here's the pattern I want you to notice out of these 10 skills: AI, critical thinking, financial literacy, communication, emotional intelligence, digital self defense, health, negotiation, adaptability, relationships. Only the first one is really about technology. The other nine are fundamentally human capabilities, and that's the part people miss when they talk about the future. The real question isn't about what jobs AI will take, it's what kind of person becomes extraordinarily valuable when intelligence itself becomes abundant and cheap. That's someone who can use AI, think independently, communicate well, manage money, regulate themselves, and adapt fast. That person is very hard to replace, degree or no degree. This is exactly the kind of thinking I bring into how I help students build their college and career strategy, not just which school, but which foundation actually travels with you. If you want that kind of guidance, all the details on how to work with me are linked below. Out of these 10 skills, which one do you think you're the weakest on right now? Tell me in the comments. I would really love to know. I read everything you guys post. And again, it's Katrina Marie, and I'll see you guys in the next video.